Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lexus Velodrome for Saturday Night Rumble number 38 here in downtown Detroit, put on by the American Cycling League. We got a whole bunch of riders coming in from all over the place, a few out-of-towners, a lot of local riders. Going to have some big Madisons going on along with scratch races, a whole bunch of Kierans. Just going to be pretty fast in general. I think we have 6 teams in our Madison for tonight. Probably going to have about 35 other racers out here. But not only do we do these race nights on Fridays and Saturday nights, next weekend we'll be back with a big Friday and Saturday night, but we also do a lot of sprinting. And so today I'm here with a couple of our sprinters and our sprint coach, Joaquin Kiley and Brandon Carbaum. You'll see Brandon out here racing later tonight, not only a sprinter. But Joaquin, you want to tell us a little bit about the Sunday Sprint Series?
Once a month, or it's been twice a month so far, we have a Sunday Sprint Series. Starts at 3 o'clock, warm up and registration, and then we have a whole sprint competition. And we do a round robin style, so you come in and do a 200, and then we group up all the riders according to speed, so every race is head to head, and they've been pretty exciting. We do the 200, and then we go into match sprints. We'll have groups of 4, and then after that we'll do a Kieran, or this past Sunday we had time trials, so we did 200s, team sprint, and then we did 500 and kilos.
So Brandon, so you're more of a sprinter, correct?
Absolutely.
So what is the endurance races like tonight's? How does that help your sprint, or how do you feel about that?
I mean, regardless of the discipline of cycling, you need fitness. Even the 200-meter time trial, you need fitness. You get out to these bigger tracks, 333s, and you're doing match sprints. Sometimes you're going 500-600 meters, pedal to the metal, balls out, just holding it. I don't come out here expecting to win in our pro races or semi-pro races. This is, it's kind of like high-intensity training for me.
For sure, and it's I mean, like you said, you're still getting that fitness. Is going to help with the sprint in the long run. So Joaquin, how long have you been track racing with specifically focusing on sprint riding?
When I started riding at Bloomer 2008, I quit, or I guess started a fall. I didn't really think about it. I just ended up kind of gravitating towards sprint stuff. And then since then, I've been just focused on that. One day, Bruce says, "You're kind of doing sprint stuff," and I'm like, "Really?" Because that's kind of what I like. I didn't, and then I've been doing it ever since. I haven't stopped except for the last couple of years.
So were you riding before that?
I had just started riding again in 2007 after like a 15-20 year layoff, school and life. I first started riding the track in the late 87 or something like that. I only did a handful of times, but all I wanted to do was sprint. Saw Michael Hubner with his coach at the line in Winning Magazine, and I saw that one picture, just him sitting up there, huge hulking. I'm like, that's what I want to do. And I couldn't stop thinking about it, so when I found the track here in Michigan, I was pretty happy.
So what track were you riding in 87?
That was the 76 Montreal Olympic Velodrome, which was an amazing track. 284, 48-degree banks, 3 stories high in the banking. So huge track, huge bankings. I was super scared. I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of real estate, kind of the opposite of here.
Yep.
Brandon, you ever rode on a track with 30? Well, how big's T-Town?
It's a 333.
Well, how tall are the banks? How wide's the track? I don't even know.
It's got to be wider than this.
It's got to be wider than here for sure. Because Bloomer's 4 feet wider than here.
Yep. Yeah.
So super weird being able to just stop in the turns after riding the tracks here, where you can't do that.
No, definitely no stopping here. What got you into track racing, Brandon?
So I actually raced mountain biking. I didn't start riding bikes till I was 29. Okay. I got into mountain biking, raced for a couple years, realized I needed to up my intensity to get to the expert elite class. And so I knew track, was pretty high intensity, and I came out and started messing around on the track. Got linked up with this guy. Just so happened I was out there on Saturdays. Okay. Joaquin was out there on Saturdays. I started racing a little bit, and he kind of pushed me towards sprint, and I seemed to excel a lot faster at that than I did at the endurance end of things. So I just kind of stuck with it ever since.
So out here at the Lexus Velodrome, not only do we have the bike racing track, we have a 10th of a mile running skating track around the outside. We have a fitness center, 1,200 square foot bamboo floored fitness center, and then we also have our weight room. So I know you guys use that pretty regularly. Brandon, how many days a week are you hitting the weights?
Minimum of 2, just depends on what type of training block I'm doing, but a minimum of 2 up to 4 times a week. You know, we got 2 full squat racks back there, the thick rubber floor, so you can use it as a deadlift platform or Olympic lifting. We got a leg press, we got a rowing machine. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. You can basically get everything you need back there.
So Joaquin, you were pretty influential on what machines we were getting and what stuff to get. How did you know? I mean, obviously from just riding and training yourself, is that how you determined sort of what machines we needed and what weights and what to get?
Yeah, when I was been interested in lifting as long as I have cycling. So when I was younger, I started lifting, and I was kind of following the bodybuilding protocols, which were a lot of isolation movements. But I was more interested in strength, and just from my own experience, I saw that the machines aren't really doing it for strength. You can isolate exercises. Eventually, I just got rid of all my machines, and like the basic, just the foundation of all, just squat, bench, and deadlift. So all I kept was a safety cage or squat cage. Later on, when I started doing more research, that's what I found was really the basis of powerlifting or bodybuilding, is those 3 lifts. So here we just got safety cage to do squats, bench, and deadlift. As Brandon mentioned, the rubber floor, and that's what I have all the my riders do. And unless you're focusing on weights, that's really all you can do, because we're focusing on the track, and that's where a lot of energy goes. So we have to minimize what we're doing and just get the very fundamental.
Get the core out of
Yep, get the core. Yep.
And so you two guys have been riding together for about 10 years or so?
No, I didn't start riding track till I think 2014, so probably 6 years.
6 years.
Now, yeah.
And so, but you guys have both worked together on sprint on what to isolate, what workouts to do,
Yep.
and have you seen? I know we're talking to Jake Bondi, we're talking to you guys. Do you see that big benefit of hitting the weights? Is it worth it? Is it just for a sprint thing? You think it helps with endurance? What's your views on that?
But yeah, so people think, okay, I'm a sprinter, I got to do weights, or weights is going to make me faster. It's not a magic bullet. It's not going to make you faster. Matter of fact, I usually don't ever recommend, hey, you got to do weights. I say the weights is just a functional thing that everyone should do, especially as we're all masters. As we get older, it does a lot of things that we can't do on the bike, work you through a full range of motion. But that being said, building more muscle, having more strength, you can do more. It's not going to make you faster, but it's going to give you a good foundation to work with. Now, Brandon, on the other hand, he was a skinny little scrawny enduro guy.
I'm still not that big, you know. But I can lift a ton. Like if you see what I'm lifting back there, it almost doesn't make sense for how small I am. But you know, I built strength. I didn't necessarily build a lot of size. I built some size in the process, but you know, it's just the strength. You know, I almost look like any other enduro out here, but when it comes to that sprint, that snap, like there's not too many guys that can touch me.
Yeah, and I said you got to get on the weights, because he was so skinny. He didn't have any strength on the bike.
I was 120 pounds when I started riding track. 2018, I went to nationals. I was 165.
Yeah. Okay. That first winter, I said, okay, Brandon, we got to get you on the weights and eating. And he's like, no, it's all strength to body weight ratio or whatever. And I'm like, bull, you got to get on the weights and get some muscle, or you're not going anywhere. So that winter we said we're going to put 20 pounds. He's like, I'm never lifting weights. And that winter he started lifting weights. He put on 20 pounds, and now he hasn't looked back.
And shaved a full second off my flying 200 with a very little bike work that
So it does. So that's what I need, something to make me fast. So we'll see. Anyway, we're going to see if Brandon can put that sprint to work tonight. Joaquin's out here. He's got a bunch of the juniors. He's been helping coach them. He's going to get him up on the track. But we got to get into racing. So Brandon Carbon, Joaquin Kiley, I'm John Hughes. We're going to get right into this racing tonight, Saturday Night Rumble number 38th race here at the Lexus Velodrome for the American Cycling League. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Get him up here if you could.
It's like maybe, it's like a ditch. Yeah, there's the big shopping center there. Like on this side, big shopping center. I think there's like a Dixon area, there's like Home Depot, there's Aldi's and all this stuff. Yeah. No, our trying to make it.
Are we ready?
Oh, you're the one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lexus Velodrome. Woohoo! Yeah, there we go. We're ready for a great night of racing. It's going to begin momentarily. First thing we want to do is give a shout out to our fabulous sponsors. Without them, we would not be here. Of course, Diversified Members Credit Union, the DMC, Detroit Medical Center, and Lexus. Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. Without them, we would not be able to do this great programming, which, by the way, is free for kids 17 and under. So keep it in mind when you've got that rambunctious 10-year-old at home. Send them our way. We'll straighten them out. We're going to get things going as we always do right now in 1 second. But first, I want to remind you, we've got a great hot dogs over there by Motor City Franks. We've got some amazing beverages, some created by Andrea, so I can tell you right off the bat they're really good. And you can make an order from Cottage and Pizza if you want to. But before you do any of that, we are going to celebrate our country with the national anthem sung for us by Leonardo Gianola.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, thank you, Leonardo Gianola, giving Demi Lovato a run for the money. All right, with no further ado, I want to introduce you to the guy you got to listen to all night long. He is a coach out here at the Lexus Velodrome. He is the owner of the downtown Ferndale, downtown Detroit bike shops, and because he just needs something else to do, he is also the best darn bike racer in the whole United States, and in fact, the universe. The voice of the Lexus Velodrome, John Walden Hughes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lexus Velodrome for another big night of racing of the American Cycling League. This is slow Saturday Night Rumble number 38. And we got a big night of racing going down. We're going to start it off with our A group. A group riders are at the rail. They're going to start off with a 3-mile, 30-lap chase race, followed by Group B. Then we're going to get into some elimination races, and then the Kieran, of course, always super fast racing, along with some Madisons at the end of the night, and a 5-mile points race. So a lot of big racing out here at the front of the pack. We're going to see if our head official, Bruce Carlson's ready to let him go. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors. Mead Lexus of Southfield, as well as Mead Lexus of Lakeside and Lexus of Ann Arbor. And they're rolling. We're getting our other cameras set up. As we get underway with this night of racing here in downtown Detroit, and it's on. Tim Bober at the front of the pack. He pulls up in the purple jersey. Martin Vecchio now at the front. DeJohn Parks in that orange jersey. Craig Vittori in the red. Brandon Carbaum in all black. That's Vince DeJong in purple. Chris Uberti in the light blue. Elizabeth Stevenson, the other orange rider, and then Bruce Rivera sitting in the middle of the pack as DeJohn Parks pulls up. Vittori takes over that first place position. A little bit of info about the Lexus Velodrome. It is a 166-meter track. It's about a tenth of a mile. It is 15 degrees in the straightaways and 50 degrees in the turns. We're going to see riders hitting of speeds of up and over 40 miles an hour tonight. You're going to see them riding down low at the black line. The black line or the stayers line, or the pole line is where all the racing is done. That is the shortest distance around the track, therefore the fastest. By sitting on a wheel, those riders are using 30% less energy than the rider in the front right now. Martin Vecchio on the front of the pack is pulling these other riders around. He's creating a draft that DeJohn Parks is able to use as he takes over the first place position. Parks pulls up, now Vittori back to the front. 25 to go, riders, 25 laps to go, 24 at the line. Vince DeJong now pulls up. Now Uberti to the front. Uberti's got legs on him. The Michigan Criterium State Champion on the front of the track. Now Elizabeth Stevenson, junior, 17 years old. Took third place at Junior Nationals last year. Tim Bober, not a junior. Didn't go to Nationals, but he's out here racing at the Lexus Velodrome. Watch out for him tonight. Him and DeJong, a strong team in the final Madison of the night. Also DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks, 15 years old, pulls up the track. He's looking for Martin Vecchio. He jives down that wheel onto Bober's wheel. Vittori pulling up. Now Carbaum looking over the top. Brandon Carbaum, the sprinter, out here with the endurance guys. They all know Carbaum's got a big sprint, but if they wind him out a little bit early, as Carbaum drops down, now DeJohn Parks out of the saddle. Bober trying to close down that gap as Uberti picks it up. Uberti, Stevenson, and Rivera off the front. They got a small gap. Uberti looks back, sees Stevenson's with it. Now Tim Bober's got to close down that gap. They got about a 4 bike length gap. Uberti pulls up. Now Stevenson pulls through. They're going to pull away in this one. Stevenson instantly pulls back up. Looks like the group probably going to catch back on, but Uberti's got legs. There he goes. Chris Uberti picking up the tempo. Stevenson pulls up. So does Parks. Now Martin Vecchio wants to go. Tim Bober pulls through. Now it's Martin Vecchio chasing down Chris Uberti. Uberti off the front. Craig Vittori pulling around. Brandon Carbaum sitting on that wheel as Martin Vecchio able to jump on the wheel of Chris Uberti. Chris Uberti in the blue, Martin Vecchio in the yellow. Uberti pulls up, now Vecchio pulls through. Craig Vittori in that arrow position trying to close down that gap. Sitting on his wheels, Carbaum and Rivera. Carbaum shoulder checks, they got to close that gap now. They got a 6 bike length gap. Vecchio and Uberti off the front. Now Rivera's trying to close it down. Vittori back to the front of that chase group. Now Tim Bober and Elizabeth Stevenson working hard. Off the front, Vecchio and Uberti taking half lap pulls. They've got 14 to go. Looks like these guys might be racing for third place. Uberti still on the front. Chris Uberti chasing him down. Now Craig Vittori on the front. Tim Bower able to close that gap back down. Now we got a group of five chasing. Can Uberti and Vecchio stay away? 13 to go. Let's make some noise for these riders off the front. Put your hands together. Chris Uberti and Martin Vecchio off the front. DeJohn Parks missing from the race. Vecchio and Uberti off the front. Now Vittori back to the front of the chase pack. Vittori trying to pick it up. Now Carbaum looking at his legs, seeing if he's got any left. They're going to see 10 to go. 1 mile to go at the line. 1 mile to go. Can they close down the gap? They got about a 20 bike length gap. Uberti and Vecchio off the front. Tim Bober now pulling this pack around. Vince DeJong picking it up. Rivera's going to have to take a hard pull here. Vecchio and Uberti staying off the front. They got 9 to go. 9 to go in the first race of the night. Chris Uberti off the front. Our chase group led by Elizabeth Stevenson. Stevenson pulls up. Now it's Craig Vittori. Vittori and Carbaum on it. Off the fronts, Vecchio and Uberti. who's going to take the win in this first race of the night. Vecchio and Uberti look like they're going to be sprinting out for first and second. Third place is going to be a field sprint. Carbomb pulls up. Carbomb needs to save his energy. Carbomb looking for a wheel to jump onto. He dives back onto Craig Vittori's wheel. He's got a small gap to open up. Looks like they may be closing that gap down slightly on Vecchio and Uberti. They got just under a half a track length lead. Tim Bober back to the front, picking it up. Now Bruce Rivera. Rivera going for it. Pulling these riders around, taking a full lap pull. Now Elizabeth Stevenson sitting tight on that wheel. They got to go now if they're going to catch him. Let's go, Stevenson. Push it. All the way, riders. Go, 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 go. Vecchio checks his shoulder, sees he's got a gap. 4 laps to go in this race. 4 laps to go. Can they close down that gap? Carbomb picking it up. Rivera now to the front. Vittori hopping on. They're sitting up, guys. Now's the time to go. Is Vittori going to go off the front? Bober's feeling it. They're closing down that gap. Can they get up there? Craig Vittori making a move. He's got about a bike length gap. Can they close it? 3 to go. 3 to go. Are these 2 riders going to sit up for the sprint? They're going to see 2 to go at the line. Vittori pulls up. What are you doing, Vittori? Go for it. Don't pull up. You got to attack. There goes Chris Uberti off the front. Chris Uberti knows the bell's coming. Can Martin Vecchio close down that gap? Tim Bober on the front of the other field. Final lap. Chris Uberti off the front. Can Chris Uberti stay away? Martin Vecchio's out of the saddle. Vecchio chasing him down. Can Vecchio get up and over? All the way at the finish line. It's going to be close. And the winner of the first race of the night going to be Vecchio. It's going to be Chris Uberti. And coming in third, Carbomb pushing it. And it's going to be Brandon Carbomb, Elizabeth Stevenson, Tim Bober, Craig Vittori, Bruce Rivera. Give it up for those riders. First race of the night. Chris Uberti and Martin Vecchio going off the front. Uberti able to hold him off, taking that first win. Put your hands together for Chris Uberti. All right, next up, Group B. All right, right now you can watch all this live on Facebook. We have a live stream on YouTube. You can check us out on cyclestream.tv as well as AmericanCyclingLeague.com. We are live streaming on all those platforms, and we're able to do that thanks to our sponsors, Lexus of Ann Arbor, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Mead Lexus of Southfield, as well as our official financial partner, Diversified Members Credit Union, and of course our official healthcare provider, the Detroit Medical Center, the DMC. And we got a big group of semi-pro B riders out there. All right, riders, you got to keep your eyes up. No overlapping wheels. Do not create a hole where there is not one. All right, at the front, that's Donnell Anderson. Next up, Ben Snyder. Then we got Bob Wydra. Joshua Cream. Tim Fargo. Brendan Leary. Hertzler, Paul Hertzler. I knew you were Paul. I couldn't see it for a second. Is that Jimmy Capella? Jimmy Capella, no? Oh, it's Young Wiggly. Jimmy Capella. And a rider out of Wisconsin, I believe. Nathan Rico? Weirko? I don't know. Butcher that name. Anyway, behind him, that's Owen Domzalski. Next up, Jordan Watkins. Then we got Tom DiGiulio. And down low, Derek Savage, Topher Rivera. Ron Gaynor, Matt Redfield, and Paul Garuso. And they got a 30-lap race. Remember, riders, keep your eyes up. This is going to be an interesting one. Second race of the night about to happen here at American Cycling League's Saturday Night Rumble number 38 at the Lexus Velodrome. Only venue like it on the planet here in downtown Detroit. All right, and they're rolling. Come on down to the Spoke Easy, grab a drink. Motor City Frank's over in the corner. Come check out turn 2. Get you a dog. White Claws on special at the Spoke Easy. 5 bones for a White Claw. They're the big boys too. As Derek Savage at the front of the pack. This whole group needs to get together. Let's get it together, riders. We got a big group here. Looks like 17 riders in this group. Gaynor pulls up now. Redfield to the front. Garuso sitting in second. Anderson in third. Snyder in fourth. Wydra in fifth. And Garuso picking it up early. He's been working on this in our Thursday night workouts. He likes to go off the front, right off the rip. And it's Paul Garuso making a flyer. He wants to go with 28 to go. Now Ben Snyder caught in no man's land. Is he going to close down that gap? Now Snyder's on it. He wants to catch up to Anderson. Now Anderson and Garuso off the front. Garuso pulls up. Now Donnell Anderson on the front. We got 3 riders off the front. Now we got Hertzler and Kareem chasing him down. Tim Fargo going with him. Brendan Leary looking for a wheel to get up and over. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Keep pedaling. Keep pedaling. And they're all the way to the top. Topher Rivera comes up and over. But we still got 3 riders off the front. Chase him down. It's Paul Hertzler. We got riders all over the track. Hertzler closing down that gap. We got 4 off the front. Now Tim Fargo trying to chase him down. But coming up and over is Topher Rivera. Rivera looking for a wheel to jump onto. Hold that line, riders. Hold that line. Eyes up. Make sure you're shoulder checking. 4 off the front. 4 off the front. Owen Domzalski and Derek Savage able to hang on that wheel. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Donnell Anderson off the front. 13 years old, Donnell Anderson putting on a clinic. Ben Snyder tight on his wheel. Paul Hertzler sitting on his wheel. Paul Garuso in the middle. Now Fargo looking for a wheel. Topher Rivera pulls up. Derek Savage got to close down that gap. Hops onto Fargo's wheel. Off the front now, Paul Hertzler. Watkins and Leary working hard together. Half-lap pulls, juniors. Half-lap pulls. Paul Garuso was the first one to go. They're going to see 21 at the line. 21 at the line. Now Garuso opening up that gap. Ben Snyder's got to get up and over Anderson. Hertzler's got to do the same thing. And here comes Derek Savage. Savage closing down that gap. Picking up that pace. Derek Savage trying to get up there. Paul Garuso and Ben Snyder overtaking the 2 juniors. Hold your line, Jordan. And here goes Jimmy Capella. Can Capella get up there? We got 2 off the front. Garuso and Snyder pulling away. Garuso and Snyder pulling away. Hold that line, Jordan. Hold that line, Brendan. Now Redfield and Capella trying to close him down. Our 2 leaders on the track. Paul Garuso in the silver helmet. Ben Snyder chopping blades. As the rest of the group, Matt Redfield, Paul Hertzler. Jordan, hold your line, hold your line. You got to go over, Redfield. You got to go over. All the way, all the way. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. Still 2 off the front. Redfield pulls up. Now Hertzler taking over. Paul Hertzler putting the hurt on him. 4 riders chasing. Let's go, Savage. You got to get up there now. Derek Savage got to close down that gap. Garuso and Snyder off the front. These are our lead riders crossing the backstretch right now. They're off the front. Bruce, you're going to pull these lapped riders? Bruce Carlson, pull the lapped riders, please. Lapped riders, clear your way off the track. If you are lapped, clear your way off the track, please. All right, Hertzler pulling them through. Now Topher Rivera still off the front. Garuso and Snyder. Can they stay away? They watched you birdie and Vecchio in the last race. 13 to go at the line. Don't kill yourself, Dono. Snyder now taking that lead position. 11 to go, 11 to go. And look at that, Derek Savage able to close down that gap. Jimmy Capella leading the chase group. Let's make some noise. Can these chase riders catch them? Let's go, 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 go. Come on, you guys. You're racing for third place. You got to get up there now. Paul Hertzler now taking over the front, ramping up that tempo. They see the tail end of this other group. Topher Rivera taking over that lead position. They got about a quarter of a track length lead. Can they stay away for the next 9 laps? 8 to go at the line, 8 to go at the line. They got to be feeling it. Ben Snyder pulls up, Caruso pulls over. Now Capella ramping it up. Let's go, Jimmy, get up there. Get in line, Fargo, get on that black line. Caruso and Snyder going over. Hold your line, Owen, hold your line. The rest of the group's chasing him down. Let's go, Redfield. Now's the time to go. Go, 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 go. Make sure you're shoulder checking, racers. Now Hertzler's trying to go. Domzalski's trying to go with the 2 riders off the front. All right, now Topher Rivera and Jimmy Capella. Rivera and Capella going for it. Hertzler staying on him. Hold that line, down low, stick. Cream, stick. Go up and over, Jimmy, all the way. Hold your line. Lapped riders stay at the black line. Hertzler now to the front with Rivera. Can they close it down? Now's the time to go. Push it. Go, 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 go. Let's make some noise. They got 3 laps to go. Can these 3 riders chase the 2 off the front? Snyder and Caruso been off the front the whole time. Can they stay away? Rivera's closing down that gap. Now Jimmy Capella to the front. You can't give up now. 2 to go. 2 to go. Paul Hertzler's got a big jump. Is he going to go for it? Is Hertzler going to put the motor on? Here he goes. Caruso and Snyder starting to feel it. That gap's closing down. Can they stay away? 2 laps to go at the line. Sorry, bell lap. Here we go. 1 to go. Ben Snyder at the front, but here goes Paul Hertzler. Hertzler trying to get up there, make some noise. Ben Snyder trying to go. Caruso making a move, but here goes Jimmy Capella. Jimmy Capella coming out of nowhere. Jimmy Capella, can he get him? All the way, and it's going to be Ben Snyder, Paul Caruso, Jimmy Capella, Topher Rivera, Paul Hertzler. Matt Redfield, Derek Savage, Tim Fargo, Joshua Cream, and Owen Domzalski. Give it up for those riders. That was a big group out there. Narrowed down to about 10 of them for the final, but with a big move at the end, going off early. Taking the win, give it up for Ben Snyder. And making that move right off the first, I think it was the first lap, was Paul Caruso, able to stay away. Put your hands together for those riders. All right, next up we got our young juniors, our big group of young juniors up here. Everyone in this race is under 12 years old, I believe. Is that right? Any of you guys older than 12? How many 7-year-olds do we got over there? You guys 7? Any of you guys 7? If you're 7 years old, put your hand up. Gabriel, you're 7. Who else? 8. Who's 8? How many 8-year-olds up there? 9, 10? Anyway. At the front, that's Gabriel Nazario. Next up, Carson Todd. Is that Jake Leary? Jake Leary. On his wheel, let me see that number. That's Henry Wirt. Next up, that's Patrick Leary. Playing the air guitar earlier. Let me see the number. What's your number on your jersey? $181. The number's too big.
187. Carter Todd.
Oh, Carter Todd. Yeah, there we go. My bad. I didn't even see that. And then we got Bridget Smith. And then that's Cameron. Watch out for Cameron. Cameron Coleman at the back. He's the marked man in this race. He hasn't been training the last week, though, so let's see what he can do today. You going to be able to handle this, Cameron? Remember how to ride the track? Rider's ready. Let's roll, 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 roll. Paddle, 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 paddle that turn, Gabriel, paddle. Pick it up, Carson. Let's go, get it together on Patrick's wheel, Jack. Let's go, Henry, pick it up. All the way, Bridget. Get up there, Carson. Carter. Oh, those hot dogs smelling pretty good. Come on over to turn 2. They got 7 to go. Let's make some noise for these kids. This is what the Lexus Velodrome's all about. All of our programming is completely free. Ready to go, Patrick. Here he comes. You got to do it for these kids. All the programming out here at the Lexus Velodrome is completely free for under 18. If you have kids, your friends have kids, your neighbors have kids, bring them on out here. We'll teach them how to ride the track. Last year, we sent 16 juniors to Los Angeles to race in the Junior National Championships. We brought back a whole bunch of medals. This year, we're going to take even more and bring even more medals back. As the 2 riders off the front, Cameron and Patrick, working one by one, taking short pulls. Now Patrick taking over. 4 laps to go at the line. 4 to go at the line. And here comes Henry. Henry's chasing him down. Patrick pulling up. Looking for that wheel to jump onto. Cameron taking that front lead. Henry's able to get up there. Let's go, Henry. Get on that wheel. All the way. Push it, push it, push it. 3 to go. Let's make some noise for these kids. Come on, bring your kids out. We'll teach them. And here he goes. Cameron Coleman picking it up. Let's go, Patrick. Chase him down. Here comes the bell. 1 to go. Put your hands together. Make some noise for him on this final lap. Let's go. Cameron Coleman off the front. I think he's got to stay away. Patrick's got to go hard. Henry chasing him down. Hold that line, Bridget. Up and over, Cameron. And give it up for Cameron Coleman. Second place, Patrick Leary. Third, Henry Wirt. Fourth is going to be Brendan Leary. Then Carson Todd. Carter Todd. Bridget Smith. Give it up for those juniors. Put your hands together. And the winner of our first junior race, Cameron Coleman. All right, next up is our women's field. At the front, Emma Jimenez Palos. Right behind her, that's Cassie Radstack. Next up, that's Lauren Atkinson. Next up, that's Katie Smock. On her wheel, Aisha Cook. And at the back, that's Evelyn Leary. All right, what do they got? A 20-lap race? What's their race? 20 laps, 30 laps? Lap cards. 2-0, 20 laps for these female racers, and they're rolling. Emma Jimenez Palos, 11 years old. You got to wait till they're all together. Leading the pack in that yellow jersey. You're going to see her later on racing in the Madison. She's been training hard. Now Radstack takes over that front position. Atkinson pulling through. Katie Smock onto the wheel. Or excuse me, onto the front of the pack. Aisha Cook now taking over that front place position. 18 to go at the line, 18 laps to go at the line. Now Radstack picking up that tempo. Katie Smock's got to close on the gap onto Atkinson's wheel. Jimenez pulls through, Jimenez Palos pulls up, and Lauren Atkinson keeps the heat on, opening up a gap. Now Cassie Radstack has to jump on. Cook and Leary closing down that gap, able to hang on the back of the pack. As Jimenez Palos pulls up, now Katie Smock to the front. Sitting up high in the yellow jersey, Emma Jimenez. Now Jimenez pushing on those pedals. She looks back, sees there's a gap. Her and Atkinson are making a move. Smock's got to go. Her and Radstack closing it down. Cook trying to get on that wheel. Now we got two riders opening up. So far, every race has been someone going off the front early. We had Vecchio and Uberti. We had Snyder and Garuso. We had Coleman and Leary. Now we got Atkinson and Jimenez Palos. But chasing them down, Katie Smock along with Cassie Radstack, not letting them get out of their sight. Now's the time to close down that gap. Now Evelyn Leary taking over for Aisha Cook. Now's the time to push it, ladies. All the way, try to close down that gap. Atkinson pulls up, pulling through Jimenez Palos. Emma's on the front of the pack. 13 to go, 12 when they're at the line, 12 when they're at the line. Radstack and Smock working together, trying to close it down. Cook and Leary trying to work together too. Jimenez taking over that front position. Now Radstack's got a big jump. They got about an 8 bike length gap. Can these two stay away? 11 to go, just over a mile left in this race. And it's broken up into 3 groups. The leaders coming through turn 2. That's Emma Jimenez in the yellow. Lauren Atkinson in the Lexus speed suit. Cassie Radstack pulling up with Katie Smock pulling through the first 2 chasers. Now Evelyn Leary and Aisha Cook working hard to get up there as well. Jimenez picking up that tempo. Radstack trying to chase him down. Atkinson sitting tight on the wheel. They got a mile to go, just under a mile to go, 9 to go, riders. Let's make some noise for them. Put your hands together. Come on, make some noise for these ladies. The more noise you make, the faster they go. Jimenez pulls through. Her and Atkinson off the front. Can they stay away? Can they stay away? Evelyn Leary out there by herself. Let's go, Evelyn, all the way. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Radstack and Smock got to make a move now. They're racing for 3rd place. Off the front, Atkinson and Jimenez Palos. 6 to go, and they come around. 6 to go at the line. Now's the time to go. Katie Smock picking up that acceleration. Radstack hanging on. Jimenez still keeping the tempo high. Atkinson pulls through. Now Radstack opening up a gap on Smock. Can they close it down? We're getting to the last few laps of this race. 4 to go at the line. 4 to go at the line. 666 meters at the line. Let's go, ladies. Now's the time to push it. You got to go now. Who's going to take the win in the first ladies race of the night? 3 to go at the line. That's 500 meters at the line. 500 meters at the line. Now's the time to push it. Does Smock got a big burst left in her? Can she close down that gap as Emma Jimenez-Palos takes over the front position? They got 2 to go at the line. It's hard to come over the top. Can Atkinson make that move? Jimenez-Palos pulls up. Is Atkinson going to go now? Now's the time to really push it. Atkinson pulls up. Here comes the bell. Let's make some noise for him. Can they stay away? Jimenez-Palos pulls up with 1 to go. Was that a right move or not? She's got to push up and over Atkinson. Now they're going for it. Lauren Atkinson trying to go, but Emma Jimenez-Palos pulling away. Now it comes down to Radstack. Radstack and Smock, and Radstack and Smock. Gadick is off the front. The winner's going to be Emma Jimenez-Palos. Second to Lauren Atkinson. Now it's coming down to Smock and Radstack. And at the line it's going to be Katie Smock and Cassie Radstack. Give it up for those ladies. Well, let's get that camera to Dave. All right. Next up is the elimination race. So this race is a little different than the other bike races you've seen tonight. The way this one's going to work, we let the whole group ride around. We let them get comfortable. They got 5 laps to get situated on the track. With 1 lap to go, we are going to ring the bell. When we ring the bell, that means we are pulling a rider out of the race. We are going to pull the last place rider out. Whoever's rear wheel is the last one across the line will be pulled out or eliminated from the race. This is going to happen every other lap until we're down to the final 2 riders. When it's the final 2 riders, we're going to have a 2-lap all-out sprint. So right now we got our A group riders up there. Why isn't Topher up there? All right, riders, remember, keep your eyes up. Do not overlap wheels. Do not try to create a hole where there is not one. Remember, the riders in the front are not accelerating, so do not ride in the back of another rider. This is going to be a fast one. This is going to be exciting. Remember, you want to watch the back of the pack. If you guys are here, hop on Facebook, press that share button, share this live stream. We're trying to get it across the world, get people watching the American Cycling League at the Lexus Velodrome in downtown Detroit. We're bringing track cycling to the forefront here in the U.S. Once again, we want to thank Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union. Hold up, Bruce. Hold up 1 second, Bruce. And the DMC, the Detroit Medical Center. All of our sponsors will allow us to do this free programming for kids. Also to put on these great events here in downtown Detroit at the nation's foremost track cycling center, the Lexus Velodrome. All right, looks like they got 5 to go, 5 to the first pole. Remember, watch the back of the pack. Watch the back of the pack. Now Brandon Carbomb down low, trapped in with Bruce Rivera. Stevenson trying to get up and over Hertzler. At the fronts, Timbo Slice, Tim Bober, keeping that tempo high. Remember, you can watch this live stream on our Facebook page or on YouTube, or on cyclestream.tv, or at americancyclingleague.com. We got it all going right now as Tim Bober keeping that heat high. Stevenson held in down low by Paul Hertzler, but opening up a small gap. Now Brandon Carbom going down low. That's that GoPro footage of Martin Vecchio. Here comes the bell. Pulling on the next lap. Next time, put a little more on that bell. As Chris Uberti takes over that front position of Tim Bober. Trapped in down low. Brandon Carbom in that dangerous spot along with Vince DeJohn. Paul Hertzler trying to push it. Bruce Rivera trying to go up top. Oh, and he goes down low. There's no room. It's going to be Bruce Rivera. Slow down, Bruce. That's what I'm talking about. Bruce Rivera, you are eliminated. All right. And we're pulling on the next lap, Hertzler trying to go up top. Vince DeJong checks his shoulder. Hertzler's got to go up and over. It's going to be close, and at the line, it's going to be Paul Hertzler. Hertzler, you are eliminated. Uberti setting that tempo, sitting on his wheel. DeJohn Parks, Tim Bober in the middle. Carbom being held down by Martin Vecchio. Stevenson's got to get up and over because Craig Vittori's trapped in by Vince DeJong. Now Vittori's got to make a big push. Carbom now in that dangerous position. It's going to be close, and at the line it's going to be Craig Vittori. Craig Vittori, you are eliminated. Get out of there, Craig. All right. And there goes the GoPro with Craig Vittori. GoPro, you are eliminated. Now Vince DeJong trying to get up and over Stevenson. Carbom checks his shoulder. Brandon Carbom trying to fit in down low. Vince DeJong trying to go up top. It's going to be close. And at the line, it's going to be Brandon Carbom. You don't got to go home, but you got to get off the track because you are eliminated. And can DeJohn take out another one? This is going to be his teammate, Tim Bober. Bober trapped in down low. Elizabeth Stevenson, the only female in this group. She's trying to push it up and over Tim Bober. Bober said he's going to win this one, but I think he's going to be out. Let's see what happens. Can DeJong push it? And it's going to be Vince DeJong. You made the trip from Canada, but you are eliminated. Now Stevenson pushing up and over Vecchio. Tim Bober at the back. Tim Bober now trapped in. And look at that acceleration from Martin Vecchio. Vecchio pushing up. DeJohn Parks throws a little bit of a hook. Makes Stevenson go up high. Can Tim Bober get up and over? Tim Bober said he's going to win this one. Let's go, Bober. Do you got it? Can Tim Bober get it? It's going to be, no, Tim Bober, you're not winning this one because you are eliminated. Now we're down to four riders. DeJohn Parks throwing those hooks left and right. Martin Vecchio with that big acceleration. Chris Uberti keeping the heat on. Now DeJohn Parks trying to keep Stevenson down. Elizabeth Stevenson isn't afraid to use her elbows. Elizabeth Stevenson trying to chase him. Vecchio going up top. DeJohn Parks trying to hold him down. It's going to be Elizabeth Stevenson. You are eliminated. Give it up for Elizabeth Stevenson. No claps for Tim Bober. Give him up for Stevenson. And Vecchio's trying to make a move over Uberti. Can Parks go with him too? Now Uberti's trapped in down low. Chris Uberti, no time, and it's going to be Chris Uberti. You are eliminated. Now we got 2 laps at the line. DeJohn Parks versus Martin Vecchio. DeJohn Parks, the junior. Martin Vecchio, the veteran. Who's going to win it? 2 to go, 2 to go. DeJohn Parks working on a sprint with Jackson Capella, one of our sprinters out here. Martin Vecchio going to the top of the track. DeJohn Parks waiting for him to go because here comes the bell. All right, DeJohn Parks on the front. Can Martin Vecchio get up and over? DeJohn Parks out of the saddle. Vecchio using the bacon of the track. 15-year-old DeJohn Parks out of Detroit, Michigan. Can he stay away? Martin Vecchio's out of the saddle. A big acceleration for Vecchio, and the winner's gonna be DeJohn Parks. Put your hands together for DeJohn Parks, 15 years old, out of Detroit, Michigan. Hands on the bars, Junior. And that's the elimination race. Are we going to have this all as one group, Dale? What happened, Bober? Come on down to get a hot dog. Turn 2. Motor City Franks, hot dogs, $3. Kielbasa, $4. We got vegan dogs for $4 with an assortment of toppings. We also have great drink specials here at the Spokeasy. Come on, grab a White Claw. Throw one on your tab for the announcer. I'll take it later on. Deals on White Claw for $5. Liquor, beer, wine, as well as all sorts of soda. We got some small refreshments along with these Motor City Franks over in turn 2. $3 for a hot dog, $4 for a vegan dog, $4 for a kielbasa with assorted toppings. All right, riders. Hey, Cameron, stop running around up there. Remember, riders, keep your eyes up. Do not create a hole where there is not one. Do not dive down the track and try to slam in at the black line. Bruiser Barra. Because then you got to hit the brakes real hard. And guess what, you guys? These bikes do not have brakes. There's no brakes. There's no gears. There's also no coasting. That's why you see everyone pedaling all the time. You cannot stop pedaling when you're riding the Lexus Velodrome or any velodrome for that fact. Although it seems kind of scary, it actually makes it a lot safer because no one in front of you can just hit the brakes out of nowhere. Also, by keeping the pedals always going, it keeps that pedal pressure, makes it a lot easier to stick to that 50-degree banking. Tim Bober going to get some Red Bull, trying to get ready for later on. A couple more scratch labs. All right, riders, eyes up all the time. Make sure you're shoulder checking. We got a big group out here. Make sure there's space before you make that move. All right, and they're rolling. Paddle, 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 paddle. Get it together, get it together. Let's go, get up there. Eyes up. 5 to go, riders. 5 to the first pole. Matt Redfield at the front, controlling the tempo. Donnell Anderson sitting up high. Jordan Watkins going with him. Make sure you do not give up, juniors. You got to push it all the way. Bob Wydra coming way up over the top. Wydra's going to make that move to the front. Taking over with Redfield. Those ceramic speed bearings pushing Wydra to the front of the pack. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. On the black line, Redfield. Black line. At the back's Tom DiGiulio. Nathan Rico. Eyes up, riders. Wydra now dipping back to the back. Derek Savage making a move over the top. Here comes the bell, racers. Here comes the bell. Now Derek Savage up front in that dangerous position is DiGiulio. DiGiulio's got to get over Watkins. Eyes up, riders. DiGiulio making a move. Oh, excuse me. Wydra trying to push it at the line. Eyes up. It's the rider off the back. Can he get up there? And it's going to be Bob Wydra. Bob Wydra, you are eliminated. All right, now Tom DiGiulio's got to make a move. DiGiulio's got to push up and over. Nathan Wirko moving over Watkins. Now DiGiulio trying to push up high. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Wirko's got to go. They're 4 across. Can DiGiulio fit in? There's not much room. Is DiGiulio going to go down low? Is he going to stay up high? And it's going to be the rider off the back, Tom DiGiulio. You are eliminated. As Joshua Cream makes a move to the front. Jordan Watkins following Nathan Royko. Now Jimmy Capella in that dangerous spot, along with Topher Rivera and Brendan Leary. Look at that, Jordan Watkins all the way at the top of the track. Eyes up, riders. Capella trapped in down low with Ben Snyder. Wirko making a move, and it's going to be, oh, Jimmy Capella. Jimmy Capella, you are eliminated. Off the front goes Jordan Watkins. Watkins wanted to go early. Ben Snyder wants to chase him down. Derek Savage on the front of the lead group. Let's go, Jordan. Stay on it. At the black line, Jordan. Jordan Watkins out of Detroit, Michigan, setting that tempo. Ben Snyder closing him down. Nathan Ryko trying to get over Owen Domzowski. Whoa, and it's going to be Ryko, Nathan Ryko up top. Nice move, but you are eliminated. Ryko, you are eliminated. Right at the back, you're eliminated. 141, 141. Let's go, Jordan, all the way. And it's going to be the rider off the back, Jordan Watkins. Jordan Watkins, you are eliminated. Now Owen Domzowski's got to get over Matt Redfield. Matt Redfield holding him down low. Domzowski threw a hook earlier. Nathan, you are out. You are out of the race. 141, you are out. Oh, and look at this. Fargo's in that dangerous spot. So is Leary down low, and it's going to be, Brendan Leary. Brendan Leary, you are eliminated. Big group out here. We got juniors mixed with Masters riders. Oh, look at that. Donnell Anderson pushes his way out as Tim Fargo goes up and over. Ben Snyder setting that tempo. Derek Savage tight on his wheel. Owen Domzowski able to hold him off, but he looks over. Matt Redfield's right there. Now Cream's in that dangerous spot. Does Domzowski got another jump in him? Owen Domzowski's been playing basketball, playing baseball and football, but it's going to be Owen Domzowski. You are eliminated. And we're down to 7 riders, Redfield trapped in. Redfield, you got to back off, go up and over, back off and go over Fargo. And Redfield staying on it. Donnell Anderson looking for a spot to go. Anderson's got to go up high. Tim Fargo trying to push over the junior. Hold your line, racers, hold your line. And it's going to be, Donnell Anderson. Donnell Anderson, you're good. You are eliminated. Save yourself for the Madison. Now Fargo taking those juniors out one at a time. Just because he's been riding his bike longer than most of these kids has been alive doesn't matter to Fargo. He's going to make them hurt either way. Can he get another junior out? Tim Fargo trying to take out Matt Redfield, and Fargo's out of the saddle. Tim Fargo making a push over Cream. Cream's trying to push it over Redfield. It's going to be close. It's going to be Matt Redfield. You are eliminated. And we're down to 5, Only one junior left in this field. That's Topher Rivera. Can Topher pull it off for these juniors? Ben Snyder at the front, Derek Savage on his wheel, Joshua Cream on Topher's wheel as Tim Fargo goes up and over. Tim Fargo making him hurt, but here goes Josh Cream. Cream going up high. Whoa. It's going to be close, and at the line it's going to be, Derek Savage. Derek Savage, you are eliminated. Savage thought he was clean, but Fargo made a big move up and over. Does Fargo got another one? Let's go, Fargo. You can't sit up now, Tim, all the way. Let's make some noise for Tim Fargo. Can he do it again? All the way, Tim, in that yellow helmet. Tim Fargo, can he chase him down? All the way to the finish. Keep those hands on the bars, Tim. All the way. Go, 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 go. Push it up and over, and it's going to be Tim Fargo. That jump was for nothing, but it looked good on TV, Tim. Tim Fargo, you are eliminated. And we're down to 3. Josh Cream at the front on his wheel. Topher Rivera. Ben Snyder, who won the first race of the night, sitting in the back. Snyder's got to go now. Rivera's trying to go over Cream. They're 3 across. Who's it going to be at the line? Can Snyder get him? And it's going to be Joshua Cream. You are eliminated. And we're down to 2. Ben Snyder and the junior, Topher Rivera. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Topher, is he going to make the move? Eyes up, riders. Ben Snyder at the front, Topher Rivera at the back, and Snyder's out of the saddle. Here comes the bell. Ring the bell. Topher, you got to go now. Up and over, up and over. Topher Rivera going to get Ben Snyder. Ben Snyder won the first race of the night. Let's go, make some noise for him. Topher Rivera making a move. Snyder came out of the finish sprinter's line. I think that's going to be a relegation, and the win's going to go to Topher Rivera. Ben Snyder came out of the sprinter's lane, so the win's going to go to the junior, Topher Rivera. If you are on the front, once the sprint is engaged, you have to stay between the black and the red line. You cannot go outside of the red line. Ben Snyder came up high, therefore being relegated, and the winner of that elimination race, a big one, Topher Rivera. All right. Now we got our women's elimination race. And then next up, we're going to jump into some Kieran racing. All right, our women racers are underway. Here goes our women's elimination race. Emma Jimenez Palos won the first race of the night. Can she do it again? Go sit down, Donnell. Get those legs up. We got a long Madison coming up. Katie Smock at the back out of Wisconsin. Evelyn Leary going up and over Cassie Radstack. Katie Smock following through. Aisha Cook at the back. They're going to see 2 to go at the line. 2 to go at the line. Down low, Lauren Atkinson. Emma Jimenez on her hip. Evelyn Leary in the middle at the black line. Cassie Radstack moving up and over now. Katie Smock knows she needs to go. So does Aisha Cook. Cook looking for a way to go. Here comes the bell, ladies. Pulling on the next lap. Smock going up high. Now Aisha Cook trying to push up and over. Evelyn Leary down low. Can Evelyn stay in it? Evelyn holding her own. It's going to be a close one. Aisha Cook going way up high. Can she push it all the way at the line? It's going to be close. It's going to be, Evelyn Leary, you are eliminated. Go to the front, Aisha. Push it all the way to the front. And Aisha Cook pushing it over the top. All the way. Keep on going, Aisha. Stay on those pedals. Hold that line. Katie Smock's got to go up and over. And on this line, it's going to be Aisha Cook. You are eliminated. And we're pulling on the next lap. Who's it going to be? Can Smock get over Radstack? Radstack's got to push over Jimenez. Jimenez trying to push over Atkinson. It's going to be close at the line. It's going to be, Radstack. Cassie Radstack. You are eliminated. Can Katie Smock do it again? Taking them out one at a time. Jimenez Palos looks back. Atkinson still at the front of the pack. She's been at the front the whole time. Using the move that her dad, Mark Atkinson, likes to go. Wishing a speedy recovery to Mark Atkinson. Now Smock's got to get up and over. Atkinson's trying to push it. Smock's going up high. It's going to be close, and at the line it's going to be... Oh, Smock, Katie Smock, you are eliminated. And it's going to be 2 to go. Atkinson versus Jimenez Palos. Jimenez Palos in the yellow. Atkinson in the Lexus speed suit. 2 to go, 2 to go. Jimenez works on her sprints with the winner of our first elimination race, to John Parks. Atkinson holding Jimenez up high, not giving her any advantage. There's the bell, 1 to go, 1 to go. Atkinson trying to hold Jimenez off, and Jimenez making a big jump. Lauren Atkinson trying to chase down Emma Jimenez Palos. Palos going off the front. Can Atkinson close down that gap? 11-year-old Emma Jimenez Palos pulling away for win number 2. Give it up for Emma Jimenez Palos. Come on down to turn 2. Get a Motor City Frank. $3 hot dogs, $4 kielbasa, $4 vegan dog. Check out the Spokies. We got great drink specials going on right now. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union and the DMC, the Detroit Medical Center. Next up, we're going to get into our Kieran racing, so I got to get down there. Chris, you coming up here?
All right. We're going to have the Kieran now. Who knows what a Kieran is out there? Say, whoop. Okay, nobody. All right, a Kieran. It's a race where we pace the racers around on a motor, an electric motor. It'll be driven by our announcer, John Hughes. He'll get them up to speed. They go 10 laps. When it's 3 to go, John pulls off and the race is on. This kind of racing is super popular in Japan. They've got Kieran tracks all over the place. It's a huge betting opportunity over there. You could make a friendly wager with your neighbor. I'm not advocating that, but you know, you might. It became part of the Olympics at Sydney in the year 2000. So it's become part of our championship game series here and our Saturday Night Rumble. So hang on to your hats. They're going to get up to some crazy speeds out there. John Hughes is going to call it from the bike. Right now, at the line. Bruce Rivera in the blue. Brandon Carbon in the black. There we go. Raise your hand. Craig Battori, I believe. Nope, I'm wrong. Chris Uberti. Tim Bober and Elizabeth Stevenson, the lone woman out there. Let's hear it for Elizabeth. Just because. Right, they're going to have 10 laps to go as soon as the motor gets up there. Bruce Carlson giving them the final instructions. We want to thank our sponsors. Without them, we would not be here. Thank you to Diversified Members Credit Union, to the DMC, Detroit Medical Center, and of course to Lexus. Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. While you're here, take a look at that beautiful car in the infield. And if you wonder how we got it in here, we didn't bring it up the steps. Look around and you can figure out how it happened, but
Next slide.
a
All right,
beautiful,
next slide.
beautiful vehicle.
Check. 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 Check, check. Check. Yeah, it ain't working. All right.
All right. This is going to kill him, but John's mic isn't working, so he'll have to be silent for the whole race. Whoa. This is his warm-up. He'll be racing later on, the announcer there. So Hughes is getting them going. They are off. And it is Bruce Rivera on the front in the blue, followed by Brandon Carbom, Chris Uberte, Tim Bober, and Elizabeth Stevenson. Now they have to stay in that position for just a little bit as John brings them up to speed. He picks it up a little bit each lap. Somebody's got a squeaky wheel. It's like they got a card on their... Oh, it's
It's the magnet on Carbom's bike.
all right. There's a motor in there. That's an electric bike leading him around.
It's his bike.
It's Brandon. All right, it's that disc wheel making that funky noise out there. Brandon's a awesome sprinter, so let's see how that all works out for him. I don't think the noise takes away from your speed. So Bruce Rivera, he wants to sit right tight on that wheel and take full advantage of that slipstream that's being created by the motor. Sitting in there saves 30% of your energy, so you want to be there as long as you can. The problem is that's a great place to be for all these early laps, but when the motor pulls off, you are on your own. You've got to keep that pace going. Now they can make a move from the back, but nobody's doing it at this point. They can start to overtake.
Let's go.
And they're going to be looking at 3 to go when they come around, and the motor's going to come off. Hughes has brought him up to speed. He's going to pull off right after he gets through turn 4, and now they are on their own, and now Tim Bober moving out into the lane, but he doesn't go up and over. Bruce Rivera at the front keeps the pressure on. To the outside goes Chris Uberte, and Brandon Carbom makes a move to the outside, going up and over Bruce Rivera. Brandon Carbom taking the lead on this. Chris Uberte following him real tight. Carbom trying to ride away with it. Uberte chasing him down. Bruce Rivera holding on to third, and look at Carbom go, the sprinter, leading it out. Is Uberte going to get over him? It's going to be Brandon Carbom, Chris Uberte, Bruce Rivera, Tim Bober, and Elizabeth Stevenson. Let's hear it for our Keurig racers. And 3 of them qualify for the final.
Check, check. Check, check.
I think it's 3. Dale Hughes, is it 3? 3. Yep. All right, nice racing out there. Woo-woo! We're going to get our next group of our semi-pro A racers up to the rail right now, guys. Let's get it going.
I think Carbom just scared everybody because it sounded like his bike was going to explode.
Vince DeJean, first one up there in the purple. Paul Hertzler.
Check, check. Check, check, check.
All right. This time up, we've got... This time it's Craig Vittori in the red jersey, followed by Paul Hertzler. Then we've got Martin Vecchio, distinct with his pink wheel. Vince DeJong and Dejan Parks. So they're going to get it going momentarily. I think right now.
Check, check,
Next
check.
time around.
Waiting on Alex?
Are we on a video
Wait on
hold?
Alex?
Where did Alex?
Check, 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 check. Yo. Check. Wait, Bruce.
All right.
He's just on the camera, so next lap. Check, 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 check.
All right. We're going to get this show on the road? Are you live, John? No. Oh, he says he is.
No, no, no.
No. Okay. All right. And they're off. Craig Vittori in that first position. He needs to sit tight on that wheel with Paul Hertzler, Martin Vecchio, Vince DeYoung, and Dejan Parks. 3 qualify for the final.
What's that? No, yeah, the mic's not working.
In Japan, where they do this, they keep the racers sequestered from each other. It's that serious. They're not allowed to speak to each other. John Hughes yawning? All right. Eight to go when they get to the line, or is that 7 to go when they get to the 7 to go when they get to the line? So, come on, let them hear you, folks.
Let's go.
Let's make some noise for these racers. They're working hard, and you're just watching them. Make some noise. We got it going now. 6 to go when they get to the line. Vittori sitting tight. Everybody's keeping the pace line nice and smooth. They're taking advantage of that slipstream. Save your energy for later on. Make sure when you make your move, it's going to take. You don't want to get out in an undisturbed air and then try to accelerate, because you would definitely fall back behind the pack. And look at this, Dejan Parks making a little bit of move to the outside, going up and over Vince DeYoung.
Let's go.
Dejan just keeping him right there. Come on, let's hear it for our racers.
Pick it up,
As
pick it
Hughes
up.
picks it up, the speed is getting higher, and he's going to come off. The motor is off, and now the race is on. Craig Vittori keeping it on, the pressure on in the front. Paul Hertzler sitting tight. Martin Vecchio making a little bit of a move to the outside, but still riding in that slipstream. Dejan Parks in 4th. Vince DeYoung spinning it out in 5th place. Still, look at this, Vittori keeping the pressure on. Paul Hertzler making a move up and over. It's the bell lap, and they are going for it. Look at this on the outside. Dejan Parks making a move up to the blue line. Can he get up and over everybody? Martin Vecchio going with them. 4 across. And still, Vittori holds on. It's going to be Vittori, Hertzler, Vecchio, Parks, and Dejan. Let's hear for everybody. Vince DeYoung. Nice racing out there. 3 go on to the finish
Check, check. No.
for the final. Next up, we're going to have, I believe, our semi-pros. Kieran.
I got it, I think. Yeah.
We want to remind you, we'll be back here next weekend, Friday and Saturday. We've got a bike race, and we've also got a bike show. So if you want to come and pick out your new 2-wheel ride, this is the place to do it. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The bike show is free to get into. The bike racing starts at 7:30. The show's over at 6. But come on down, check it out. We've got over a dozen bike shops that'll be participating. We've got food, we've got entertainment, we've got art. It's all in the eye of the beholder, of course, but we do have art. All right. Oh, we got a good field out here. 6 riders, starting with Owen Domzalski, who we haven't seen all season. We're happy you're back, Owen.
Oh, stick, 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 stick.
Ben Snyder in 2nd, Derek Savage, Brandon Leary, Jimmy Capella, Tim Fargo, and Bob Wydra. Hey, John, how fast are you going to get him going? By the time the motor pulls off, they'll be going 32 miles an hour. Right now, John's going a little bit more than that. He wants to know how that feels. Oh, and we've got a new guy in there, Nathan Rico. Nathan Wyrico? Nathan. Wyrico or Rico? We're going to call you Nathan. All right.
Next lap.
So back to the beginning. Owen Domzowski, Ben Snyder, Derek Savage, Brandon Leary, Jimmy Capella, Nathan Wyrico, Tim Fargo, and Bob Wydra. So they're going to get it going right about now.
Right on my wheel. Let's go.
3 qualify for the final. Owen working it to get up on that wheel. Owen is an athlete in many sports, so we're happy he's back at the Velodrome now. A little bit strung out. You want to hold a real tight line on this one so you take advantage of all that draft. So it's Domzowski. Snyder, Savage, Leary, Capella, Wyrico, Fargo, and Wydra. Phew. As John's getting him up to speed now, he's going to drop him at about 32 to go, 32 miles an hour. Just picking it up ever so slightly every time he goes around, punches it up a little bit on that electric bicycle. We'll have some electric bikes at that bike show too. You can maybe test ride one. They're fun. 6 to go in the bike race 5 to go when they get to the line. 5 to go. 3 to qualify. The pace is picking up. Owen holding tight on that front. Snyder sitting tight on the wheel of Domzowski. Off the back, Bob Wydra.
Next lap. Next lap. Bumping it up.
And let's hear it for these
go, make
racers
some
as we
noise.
get it going. Now
Come
they
on.
got 3 to go. The motor's going to come off. They're going to have to motor it on their own. Owen Domzowski keeping the pressure on the front. Ben Snyder sitting right on the wheel of the youngster. Ben Snyder sitting tight, making a little bit of a move to the outside, but look at this over the very top.
Oh my God.
We've got Nathan Rywacki making a move on the top. Kind of go up and over. Everybody's going now with 1 to go. And at the front, Owen Domzowski. Ben Snyder making a move to the outside. Derek Savage spinning it out. Nathan Rywacki coming on strong, and it is going to be Ben Snyder.
Hold your line.
Derek Savage. Owen Domzowski. Sorry, everybody. I have a little bit of a coughing fit.
Stick. 1 to go. You've got a lap and a half to go. All you can, the black line. Because there's no way you're going to get back over them, you know? Yeah, if you're at T-Town in the 333, it's a totally different. But out here, you got to try to come over somebody with like almost like a lap and a half to go.
All right, nice ride. We're going to have another one of those come up to the line right now.
Because it's so hard to come over in the turns.
And then we will be going in to
Even though you want to go over in the turns, it feels like it. It's way
our
easier
young
to go over the
riders,
straightaway.
who are fun to watch
shouldn't
because
have taken
that's
off
the
that
future
purple wheel.
unfolding right in front of
You
you.
put on the slow. You put on the.
We're happy to
wide
say
wheel.
the United States
All right, Jordan,
Cycling
this time,
Association
go
is
sit up.
taking a special
Sit
look
up
at the
front,
Lexus
sit up, sit on the
Velodrome.
wheel then. All right?
We're going to start sharing our social media with them because they know that what we're doing in Detroit is making a difference in the world of cycling. Do you know that in 2019, 3.5 million people watched bike racing here at the Lexus Velodrome, right here in Detroit? 3.5 million people. Come on, that deserves a shout out. Yeah. People are watching this bike racing going, where's that happening? Oh, it's in Detroit. Cool, at the Lexus Velodrome. Wow. That's why we got to thank our sponsors for making this all happen right from the get-go. So lining up for this, we've got Danelle Anderson at the front, Matt Redfield in second, Paul. How do you say Paul? Paul Garesso? Paul Garesso. Yes, thank you for waving. Topher Rivera, Joshua Cream, Tom DiGiulio, Jordan Watkins, and 33. Ron Gaynor. Thank you, Alex Burnside. Hey, if you ever watch this stuff at home, the guy that's catching all this action, Alex Burnside, he's standing right up here. Let's give him a shout out. Great job on the video. Yeah, yeah. Hey, he's glad to hear it. We never give him credit, you know. We know he's good. All right. All right, they're going to get going with this one. Remember, that's Danelle Anderson at the front. Danelle just started racing since we built this out here. Last year he went to California in the Nationals and was inspired. He's come such a long way. He's really got some bike skills. So it's Danelle Anderson, Matthew Redfield, Paul Garesso, Topher Rivera. He hasn't been here for a while either. Joshua Cream, Tom DiGiulio, Jordan Watkins, and Ron Gaynor. They keep it. Gagne. It must be French. Gagne. We're going to make it French. All right, they're getting them up there, getting up to speed. 3 will qualify for the final. We'll have the finals after our young kids race. Let's hear for these racers as they keep that nice line. Working hard out there, picking up the speed. He's going to take them up to 30, 32 miles an hour. They've got 5 to go when they get to the line. 5 to go, they're halfway there. It's a mile around, 10 laps to a mile here. Their Kieran is 1 mile. He got a little break in that line by Paul Garesso, and then Tom DiGiulio, a gap off of there. Jordan Watkins can go up and over if he wants to. Jordan Watkins needs to get on the back of that field, but meanwhile, up at the front, we've got Danelle Anderson sitting nice and tight. Matt Redfield sitting right with him. Paul Garesso, who's a strong one out there, but look at this, Danelle Anderson keeping it going at the front. Danelle Anderson chased down by Matthew Redfield. Matthew Redfield doing a lot of training these days. Danelle Anderson leading him out. Paul Garesso making a move to the outside. Topher Rivera right with them, and they're going to come up to 1 to go right now. Danelle Anderson keeping the pressure on in the front. Matthew Redfield trying to make a move over the top, but Danelle Anderson feels the heat and keeps the pressure on. Hold your line, hold your line. Danelle Anderson staying close to that black line. Matthew Redfield trying to come around. It's going to be Danelle Anderson, Matthew Redfield, Paul Garesso. What a great job by our young guys out there. Let's hear it for those kids. Woohoo! Where's Ray? All right, nice job out there, Danelle and Matt Redfield. What a good job they did. Everybody racing hard out there. They'll move on to the final. All right, now we've got the women's, Kieran.
Could explain why I was sick like 3 times.
All right, everybody around the top having a good time? Aren't those great non-seats? Yeah, all you people up on the boards. Hey, remember to keep your drinks on this side of it. We don't want anything spilling down on the track. Keep your beverages on this side of the rail. Over there, turn 2. I see our beer can. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. But you've got some of the best seats in the house. If you're in the infield, I recommend you take a walk up to the upstairs. It's pretty cool to see. It's amazing to see how these riders stay on that 50-degree banking. Never ceases to amaze me. This will be a final for the women on the Kieran. And after that, we'll get the final for the semi-pro A's and then the semi-pro B's. And then we've got the Madison. If you haven't seen a Madison, you are in store. A good treat is in store for you. It's crazy, wild, thrilling, a little scary. All right, we're going to go, I believe, on this one. John Hughes getting it revved up. And they're off. And that's Lauren Atkinson, Cassie Radstack, Evelyn Leary. Aisha Cook and Katie Smock. So that's a nice field of women out there. We're working on getting more women involved in the sport of cycling here in Detroit. At one time, the top 3 women in the world came out of Detroit, coached in Detroit. Sheila Young, Sue Navarra, and Connie Paraskevin, world champions, dominated the scene for 10 years. Our women are fast right now. Lauren Atkinson at the front. Cassie Radstack sitting second. Evelyn Leary. Aisha Cook and Katie Smock. As they rev it up. They've got 4 to go when they get to the line. Four to go, and they pick it up. You can see Lauren Atkinson getting down in that errant position to take advantage of the draft off that electric motor. Lauren Atkinson leading it out right now. And they're off and running. Lauren Atkinson keeping the pressure on the front. Evelyn Leary trying to make a bid over Cassie Radstack, but Lauren Atkinson holding tight, and Katie Smock making a move to the upside. And look at Lauren Atkinson holding them up, but Katie Smock taking the high route. Up on that blue line, trying to get up and over the rest of the field, and she's coming on strong right now. They're going to have to fight her off, but still at the front is Lauren Atkinson. Lauren Atkinson. Evelyn Leary making a move to the outside. But Lauren Atkinson, her elbows cocked. She is going for it all the way. Cassie Radstack trying to get up and over. And it is going to be Lauren Atkinson, Cassie Radstack, Evelyn Leary, Katie Smock, and Aisha Cook. Let's hear it for those ladies. Good job out there. Woo woo! All right, we got our kids coming to the line now. Cameron Coleman, he's anxious to get up there. He knows that this is his race. What does that mean? Okay. All right. So we've got Bridget Smith. That's Carson Todd in second position. Slow down, Dave. I'm not that fast. I'm trying to get their numbers. Jack Leary with the red wheels. Henry Wirt. Gabriel. Carson Todd. Not Carter Todd. Jack Leary. Patrick Leary. And Cameron Coleman. Okay, Bridget Smith, Carson Todd, Leary, Henry Wirt. And they're off. All right. We're going to watch Bridget Smith get up on that track. Look at her go. She's going to dig in now. These kids come out here. Many of them come in our after-school program. They just show up, and Joaquin Kiley works with them. Hold your line, everybody. Hold your line. Look at this young Todd making a move over Bridget Smith. Patrick Leary also going for it. And up at the top, Cameron Coleman getting into a pace line, these youngsters. Whoa, hold on to your lines there. And that's Patrick Leary and Cameron Coleman trying to get up in front of everybody. Cameron Coleman now going over Patrick Leary. Cameron is hot to trot with 2 to go in the bike race. That's 1 to go in the bike race. Cameron Coleman giving it his all. Patrick Leary chasing him down. Carson Todd. Come on, let's cheer for these kids. They're all working hard out there. Cameron Coleman winning it. Patrick Leary in second. Look at this, the Todd brothers. Carson Todd making a move. Henry Wirt. Bridget Smith. Carter Todd. All of them doing a great job out there. Let's hear it for our youngsters. They come over here after school. Joaquin Kiley works with them, teaches them how to get on that bike, get on that track, and go round and round and round. Several of them, including Bridget Smith, have come out and completed their 100 laps in a single time. They'll be getting their names on our 10-mile wall. We just have to get a new wall. But our young kids are the future of cycling here in Detroit and in the nation. Good job out there, kids. And now we're coming up to our final of our Semi-Pro A racers. So it'll be interesting because in 2 more races, John Hughes is going to be actually racing a bicycle that doesn't have a motor on it. So we'll see if this is his good warm-up. All right, so in our final for our semi-pro A's, we've got Bruce Rivera, Brandon Carbom, Martin Vecchio, Craig Batari, Chris Uberte, and Paul Hertzler. So let's see how this plays out. Bruce Carlson, our chief referee, giving him the final what for. We might as well give a shout out to the rest of our referees down in the pit right now. Bill Windhorse and Julie Windhorse, our judge and scorekeeper. E.J. Levy on the bell. Magali Jimenez doing our laps. Phil Soud in the pit, keeping things rolling. And they're off. Bruce Rivera drew that number 1 position. They draw numbers for their position on the track when they start. So Bruce Rivera drew number 1 again. That's where he started in the heat. It worked well for him. Next up, it's Brandon Carbom with that black disc, that noisy disc wheel. Martin Vecchio. I think he does it to distract the other riders. Martin Vecchio in the yellow jersey and the pink disc in 3rd. Craig Battori with the red jersey. Chris Uberte with the pink socks. And Paul Hertzler with the red, white, and blue at the back of the pack as John Hughes picks it up. This will be the final of the Kieran racing, and for some of these racers, it will be their last race of the evening if they aren't in the Madison. Oh, that's right. We've got 1 more race after the Madison. So he picks it up now. They'll be going about 35 miles an hour by the time he pulls them off, and they've got 5 to go. They're halfway through it right now. Bruce Rivera sitting tight. Brandon Carbom still making all that noise in 2nd position. As they pick it up little by little. Okay, let's make some noise for these racers now. They respond. They got to hear you doing it. Make some noise. Come on. And now Bruce Rivera's controlling things from the front. Brandon Carbom's got a little bit of a gap up there. Will he accelerate in that slipstream and get up to the wheel of Bruce Rivera? And look at this. Rivera's got a nice gap on the rest of the field. They've got a long way to go, and they're going to hear the bell next time around. Rivera keeping the pressure out of the front. Now Chris Uberte making a move over the top, but it's in time. And now Brandon Carbom making a sound move over Bruce Rivera. Brandon Carbom digging deep. Carbom leading it out. Martin Vecchio sitting in 2nd, and it is going to be Carbom, Vecchio, Uberte, Battori, Rivera, and Hertzler. Let's hear it for those racers. Good job out there. Woo! Yeah. That wheel must make Brandon go faster. All right, we're going to get our semi-pros up, and that will be our final Kieran of the evening. And then next up, it'll be the Madison. Next Saturday, Friday and Saturday night, we'll be back here with another full program of racing. What a great way to spend Valentine's Day. Yeah. And the day after Valentine's Day. And plus, we're going to have a bike show here. What you can do is you come down, you buy a bike, then you come back to the races that night and see what you can do on it once you get really, really good. By the way, we've got Track 101. You can sign up on our website at lexusvelodrome.com and learn how to ride the Lexus Velodrome. It's $40. We provide the bike, the helmet, the shoes, the coaching. You just have to come with the willpower to do it. Also on our website, which I really want to direct you to, is a donate button. We're raising money to send our kids to the Nationals in California. Last year we sent 14 of them. They came home with 1 gold, 2 silver, and 7 bronze medals. We expect to bring even more hardware home this year, but we need your help. So just go to that donate button and, hit $1 million. That's all we need. So in this race right now, we're looking at Donnell Anderson, Ben Snyder, Owen Domzowski, Derek Savage, Matthew Redfield, and Paul Garasso. And they are off. 10 to go. Donnell Anderson drew the first one on the wheel, the number 1 position. As I said, that's a great position to be in until the motor pulls off, and then you've got to keep it powered up or everybody goes right up and over you. John starts them out slow. They're going to work up to 32 miles an hour. That's about what he'll be going when he pulls off. So it's Anderson, Snyder, Domzowski, Savage, Redfield, and Garasso. Garasso's been riding great out here the last few races we've had. He's been a dominating factor. So let's see if he can make that move from the way back all the way to the way front. Not exactly easy when you're all strung out like this. He competes in the Paralympics as well, Paul Garasso. So now Hughes is taking him up. Let's hear it for these racers. They like to know that you're looking at them. They've got 4 to go when they get to the line. 4 to go. They're more than halfway there. Yeah. Now look at that. You pay attention to John, but you don't pay attention to me. Come on. All right, Donnell Anderson still sitting tight, and off he goes. Donnell Anderson looking back. Don't look back, just keep pedaling. Ben Snyder trying to get up and over, and he's making his move over the top of Donnell right now. Ben Snyder, whoa, going strong. Right behind him, Owen Domzowski. Donnell Anderson holding his line as Ben Snyder and Owen Domzowski go up and over. Look at this. Come on, let's hear it for these racers out there. Owen Domzowski coming back to the track for one of his first nights. We got 1 more to go, Owen. Keep going. There. Oh, we had it 1. But look at this. Donnell Anderson making another move, and it is Snyder, Anderson, Domzowski, Redfield. Yeah, Owen's shaking his head like, what happened there? Hey, Paul, let's hear it for our racers out there. Nice job. Woo-woo. Good job, Owen. If only you would have kept going. That happens. 2 races left in the night, and the next one coming up is our most exciting race on our schedule, the Madison. Are you all sold out of Franks, Mrs. Frank? All gone. All right, good job. You still have some? Nope. Okay. However, we still have beverages at the Spokeasy. The main event is coming up. We've got 6 teams out there. The Madison. You might wonder about the Madison. The Madison, we didn't invent it. We'd like to claim it, but it was invented in America. Invented in Madison Square Garden in the late 1800s when some official came in and said, you can't make these riders ride 6 days a week without a break. So they paired them up with a partner and they started making exchanges, and that's how it all started. So we got to get our riders up to the line right now. We've got Team Purple. This is not right. I'm going to wait till they all get there because I think things are changing. All right, let's start out with Team Purple. Over on the home stretch, we've got Tim Bober. Tim Bober, raise your hand. His partner tonight, Vince DeYoung out of Canada, Team Purple. On the home stretch, Team Yellow, that's Martin Vecchio. And here on the back stretch, his partner tonight is Emma Jimenez. One of the young, 11 years old, Emma Jimenez. Let's hear it for that. On the home stretch in the blue, that's Chris Uberti. And his partner over here on the back stretch, Jimmy Capella. On the home stretch in the red, Craig Vittori. And over here on the back stretch, his partner, Derek Savage. On the home stretch for Team Orange, that's Elizabeth Stevenson, the third best woman in the country. And her partner tonight, over here, Dejan Parks, our hot young junior. And finally, Team Black on the home stretch, Paul Hertzler. And his partner tonight, your announcer, John Hughes. So let's see how this shakes down tonight. 80 laps. Because there's nobody down there that's going to send me the points. Yeah, but that doesn't help me. I can't hear them.
Her scores are always perfect
Right,
anyway.
I know they are.
We just need to rely on her from here on out.
Yeah.
Just peer pressure that.
Yeah. And they're off. All right, once again, the way this works, you're going to see it happen real soon, but everybody's going to take turns going in and out. So that blue line that you see on the track, that blue line that's right underneath diversified members, Lexus and DMC, that's what's called the relief line. So after these racers have their turn in the pace line and they're racing hard, they throw in their partner and they move up to the relief line. Sometimes they have to move down to the apron first. But right now you're going to see the first exchange of the evening between Dejan Parks and Elizabeth Stevens. A nice easy throw in there. Jimmy Capella and Chris Uberti now. Here comes Martin Vecchio throwing in Emma Jimenez. At the back of the purple, Bober throwing in DeJong. And Hughes waiting for the throw in from Paul Hertzler. Team Red executing. Right now, this race is under control. Bruce Carlson watching to make sure everybody's got their exchanges down nice and smooth. Many of these riders are just riding with their partner for the first time. Right now, you're seeing it. Now, they're all experts at riding the Madison. In goes Elizabeth Stevenson for Team Orange as Jimmy Capella comes up to his partner, Chris Uberti for Team Blue. There's a couple rules in the Madison. One is that you never go between, okay, they are out of control and the race is on. They've got 75 to go in the bike race. There are going to be sprints at 61 to go, 41, 21, and 1 to go. Double sprint, double points on the last lap. And now at the front of the field, Paul Hertzler just setting a nice, easy pace. Nothing too crazy at this time. He pulls up, lets Tim Bober take over. The idea here is to wear everybody out before you wear out. Dejan Parks drops down for the throw-in from his partner, Elizabeth Stevenson. In goes Jimmy Capella. Martin Vecchio coming up to Emma Jimenez. Emma Jimenez, 11 years old. Woo, woo! Vince DeYoung from Canada. Trains up at the London Velodrome and also in Milton. Come on down, hot. Derek Savage, a little hotter. You got to go in. All right. Pick your team. Root for your favorite. Cheer them on. Bang on those boards and get them going out there. Emma setting a pace at the front. Uberti drops in for the throw-in. That's a little bit backwards right there. Now goes Martin Vecchio in for Team Yellow. Vecchio looks back. Uberti drops in on his wheel. DeYoung moving it fast. Now Bober drops in for the throw-in for Team Purple. Oh, and everybody goes up. Eyes up, riders. Shoulder check every time. Don't do it without a shoulder check. Team Red caught in traffic. They missed their pickup. Just get up there. It's okay. Execute. All right, at the front of the field, Bober's riding away with it for Team Purple. He picks it up. Jimmy Capella drops down to the bars, chasing down Tim Bober. In goes Emma Jimenez for Team Yellow at the front. Vince DeJong goes in. Jimmy Capella gets on the wheel of Vince DeJong. Meanwhile, Emma Jimenez chasing him down along with Craig Vittori, Deshaun Parks, and now John Hughes left to do some work back there. Vince DeJong keeping the pressure on in the front. DeYoung going around strong. Coming hot, Chris Uberti for the throw-in from Jimmy Capella. In goes Uberti, in goes Vecchio. Elizabeth Stevenson swings up and gets onto the wheel. That's a high exchange for Team Black, but they execute. Now look at this, Martin Vecchio is off and running. Martin Vecchio taking advantage of the break in the action. Martin Vecchio getting a couple lengths on. Chris Uberti, bearing down to close that gap. Emma Jimenez has got to come in hot, Emma. Oh, she's waving him on. Martin Vecchio has got to do it again, longer. In goes Jimmy Capella, Martin Vecchio, counting on throwing in the young Emma Jimenez. He's got to keep it going, and can he get those first place points in this first sprint of the Madison? And it is going to be Martin Vecchio, but almost caught by Deshaun Parks. So the front of the field right now is Martin Vecchio, Deshaun Parks, Jimmy Capella in the blue. Derek Savage in red, and they've eased it up a little bit. That will give those first place points 10 points to Team Yellow. Team Orange picked up 7. And they are all together. It's a little bit crazy out there, don't you think? But let's give these guys a round of applause. And the women, they're working hard out there. All right, Team Red, okay. You got to pay attention to where everybody is on the track. This is a two-person race. Two-person team, but 12 riders on the track. You got to know where everybody is at the same time. You can't let it slide by. It's like merging traffic on I-75. In goes Deshaun Parks for Team Orange. Still at the front is Team Purple's Tim Bober. Bober throws in DeYoung. Deshaun Parks goes up and gets back on the wheel of Vince DeYoung. Team Red coming in now. Things are settled down a little bit. John Hughes riding a little bit to the outside. He drops in on that wheel of Derek Savage. In comes Emma Jimenez. In comes Craig Vittori, Chris Uberti in blue. Paul Hertzler in black. Dale Hughes, you need to announce the points, please. 52 to go in the bike race. 51 when they get to the line. Now there's a couple ways you can get points out here. You can do well in the sprint, or you can take a lap. If you take a lap, you either get plus 10, or if you get lapped, you get minus 10.
Okay, Chris, Team Black has got 1 point, Team Purple 2, Red 3, Orange 7. Whoops, I skipped blue, they have 5. Yellow's got 10 points. So Yellow 10, Orange was 7. blue with 5. So those are your top three teams. Yellow, orange, and blue are leading the race right now.
All right, yellow, orange, and blue. And look at that. We've got some power going on the front as they ramp it up for the sprint at 41. Dejan Parks leading it out. He's not letting up at all. Martin Vecchio coming up to Emma Jimenez. In goes Emma Jimenez. Paul Hertzler getting ready for the throw-in from John Hughes. In goes Paul Hertzler. Up a little high up there. Emma Jimenez leading it out. Dejan Parks sitting on the wheel of Jimenez. She pulls up. Dejan eases up ever so slightly. Paul Hertzler, second and second position right there. Craig Vittori in the red. And now at the front, Elizabeth Stevenson. Elizabeth Stevenson puts the pressure on. And over the top, Team Blue. Look at this. Team Blue making a move. Come in hot, Jimmy Capella. Oh, man, they got to go up high for that exchange. In goes Jimmy Capella. In goes John Hughes. At the front, it's Elizabeth Stevenson. John Hughes trying to get up and over Elizabeth Stevenson. Jimmy Capella sitting on the wheel of John Hughes. They've got 43 to go, and they get to the line. 43 to go. A sprint at 41. We've got Team Orange coming in for the throw-in right now. Dejan Parksman at the front. John Hughes keeping the pressure on. John Hughes coming up to his partner. Paul Hertzler coming in hot. In goes Chris Hubert. Oh, whoa, and everybody hold their line. Hold their line. And look at this. Dejan Park going up and over. Martin Vecchio moving out. And, oh my gosh, look at Chris Huberti going for it. Chris Huberti breaking away from the rest of the field. Huberti with several laps on everybody, and it's going to be Team Blue, Team Yellow, Team Black, Team Orange, Team Red, and Team Purple. So Team Blue picks up 10 points. They are still off the front. They're going to chase them down right now, or is Team Blue going to go for a lap? Who knows? Come on, let's give these riders a round of applause. They're working hard out there. Woo! Okay, Huberti's looking for his partner, going to be happy to throw in Jimmy Capella. Jimmy Capella getting ready for the throw-in. Puts his hand back, and there goes Jimmy Capella. John Hughes coming up to Paul Hertzler for Team Black's exchange. Hughes happy to pass it off after that hard sprint. Getting on the drops, Martin Vecchio. And we've got 4 teams up front being chased down. Come on, let's hear it for Team Red and Team Purple. Working it out. Come on. Come on, Derek Savage. Come on, Vince DeYoung. Get up there. Close up that gap. We've got 6 teams out there, and they are all together again now. Derek Savage pedaling right up and over everybody. Oh, heads up, heads up. Spread out, riders. Spread out. Team Blue's got a complicated exchange in there. Jimmy Capella handling that nicely. A lot of traffic out there. In goes John Hughes. At the front, Team Yellow. Emma Jimenez holding her own out there. Look at that girl go.
Okay, right now, Team Purple's got 3, Red 5, Black 6, Orange 10, Blue 15, and Yellow 17.
All right.
So the 3-way battle is between Yellow with 17, Blue with 15, and Orange with 10.
All right, a 2-point differential between first and second on that one. We've got a sprint coming up at 21. Come on, riders, spread out. On relief, you got to spread out more. A lot of traffic. In goes Jimmy Capella at the front. Capella, one of our good young juniors out here, really making a difference. He started at the Velodrome at Bloomer Park, and look at how far he's come. That young man is doing a great job out there racing in this Madison. Him and look at Dejan Park right ahead of him. What's that? Something I need to know? Okay, a high exchange by Team Orange, and in goes Team Black at the front, John Hughes. Team Purple up high in their exchange. All right, Hughes keeping the pressure on at the front. Elizabeth Stevenson sitting on that wheel. Hughes pulls up, Stevenson takes over. Hughes drops down on that wheel. Chris Huberti now sitting in second. Tim Bober, Emma Jimenez. Oh, hold your line, that's it. Hughes taking a double pull on that one. Dejan Parks goes in now for Team Orange, and up high is an exchange by Team Purple. It's Vince DeYoung goes in for Tim Bober. Greg Vittori in for Team Red right now. And now Jimmy Capella in at the front. And the pace is picked up with Jimmy Capella. That's 24 to go in the bike race. They're going to hear a bell at 21. Up and over goes Martin Vecchio, or maybe not. Yep, he does. There goes Martin Vecchio putting the pressure on the front, followed by Dejan Parks. Jimmy Capella not giving up that wheel, though. In comes Elizabeth Stevenson, super hot for Team Orange, and at the front, Jimmy Capella. Emma Jimenez waving him on. Martin Vecchio having to take it all on his own. And Team Blue, oh, and look it up, this, Elizabeth Stevenson going up high for Team Orange, making a dramatic move there. Elizabeth Stevenson holding on to the front. Martin Vecchio digging deep, and Chris Uberte coming on strong. Can he overtake Elizabeth Stevenson? Oh, and it's going to be Uberte. Team Blue, Team Orange, Team Yellow, Team Black, Team Purple, Team Red. Whoa! Come on, let's hear it for these racers. Team Orange making a decided move to win that sprint, and Elizabeth Stevenson went out and won it. All right. We're looking at, where are we at on the laps now? He's going to show me in just a minute. Meanwhile, at the front, 18 to go in the bike race. 17 when they get to the line. We're down to the final laps of the Madison. What do y'all think? It's pretty cool, right? Woo! Nothing else like it in sports. All right. At the front, it's Team Orange. Elizabeth Stevenson. Now you can see why she's the third best young woman in the country in the junior division. Elizabeth Stevenson going places, but started at the Velodrome at Bloomer Park, continuing her career at the Lexus Velodrome and making a name for herself everywhere she goes. At the front, it's Chris Uberte. Uberte pulling everybody along. We got three teams up front. Those three teams chasing are red, Derek Savage; purple, Tim Bober; throwing in Vince DeYoung; and black, John Hughes. Hertzler come. Oh, they're going to miss their exchange. Hertzler in the wrong. Just touch him and throw him in. Oh, I don't know what he did there. Just pushed him down. That was a. Whoa. Dejan Parks doing a little fancy schmancy on the bike there. Keeps it upright, though. Parks leading it out, trying to ease up that pace a little bit. He pulls up. Emma Jimenez takes over. Derek Savage doing a great job out here in this Madison. Now, Paul Hertzler's going to come in for the exchange. Martin Vecchio at the front, getting ready for the throw-in.
Okay, Chris, we've got a new leader. We'll go back from the bottom. Team Purple's got 5, Red's got 6, Black's got 9. The 3 top teams are battling. Orange, 17, Yellow, 22, Blue, 25. Again, Orange, 17, Yellow, 22, Blue, 25. Double points on the last sprint.
So you broke up with that mic. You need to repeat those. You have it? Yes. Okay, here are the points. Team Yellow, Team Blue is in the lead with 25. Yellow has got 22. Orange has got 17. Black has got 9. Red has got 6. And Purple's got 5. So we've got a 2-point differential still going on between Yellow and Blue. Double points on the last sprint. They are all going for it right now. Chris Uberde leaving it out. Dejan Parks in second position. It's anybody's bike race. In comes Jimmy Capella. Martin Vecchio getting ready for the throw-in. In goes Tim Bober for Purple. In comes Elizabeth Stevenson for Orange, and Jimmy Capella is off the saddle and going for it. He's making his move right now. Martin Vecchio trying to get up and over Elizabeth Stevenson or ride that wheel a little way. So look at this, Jimmy Capella making a strong move for the outside. Come on, let's hear it for these racers. They are working hard out there. Jimmy Capella throwing in Chris Uberde. Martin Vecchio trying to get on that wheel. Emma Jimenez has to come in hot. So does Dejan Parks. They've got 2 to go in the bike race. 2 to go. And it is Chris Uberti trying to race away with it. If he wins this sprint, he wins the bike race. And it is Chris Uberti out in the front. Emma Jimenez, Dejan Parks, John Hughes, and it is Chris Uberti. Woo! Oh! I don't know. I'm going to let the officials call that one. Let's hear it for all of our racers out there. What a great job. Holy cow. Woo! Holy smokes. They wore out my voice on that.
We'll get the results as soon as the officials got it. We've got one more race for the night, a 50-lap points race. So this next group will do 50 laps and have a sprint every 10 laps. 3, 2, 1 are points.
All right. Because we not only send you fans home with a full plate of racing, but we also send our riders home nice and tired. Team Blue, let's see you up there. Unless something crazy
McNair, up to the line, please. Up to the finish line. Let's get a picture of the winners. Have them stop there.
And the winner is... We know who the winner is. We just need an official from the officials.
And Team Blue won with 45 points. Yellow 36. Orange 27. Black 15. Purple 9.
What is happening?
Red 8. Again, blue is the winner.
Let's hear it for Chris Uberti and Jimmy Capella. A great job out there by our young junior and our more senior racer. How about a victory lap for these two? Team Blue, they calculated it perfectly. They controlled the bike race, and they won that final sprint to give them mega points. All right, Jimmy Capella, Chris Uberti. They'll be back here racing next week in our bike show bike race weekend.
Semi-pro up to the rail, please.
Good job. Jimmy Capella and Chris Uberti. Jimmy's brother Jackson has been selected as for the next Olympic hopeful and is now training as a sprinter. He's got a coach at an Olympic level, and we plan to see him in the Olympics for sure. Jackson Capella. He too started.
Chris, this is going to be a 50-lap points race. Sprint every 10 laps. Points are 3, 2, 1 with double points on the last one.
All right. So once again, let's hear it for Jimmy Capella and Chris Uberti. A great job out there on the Madison. All right, we got a race going on here. It's a points race. Jamie, pay attention to what Dale just said. Oh, 50 laps. Sprints every 10 laps, Dale? Is that what he said? Anybody pay attention to him? Glad you're back. Good job.
3 double pulls.
I know.
Dude, yeah. I mean,
That one
because you
time
guys
you
were
almost
on.
pushed.
Oh,
Go.
no, I
Get out of
grabbed.
my way.
All right, riders, 50 laps. Last race of the night. We're back next weekend, Friday and Saturday night. Bike shop show. We'll have a bunch of bike shops here and other vendors showing off all the brand new 2020 product. If you're looking to buy a bike, this is the place to come next weekend. The Lexus Velodrome, Saturday night and Sunday all day. 12 to 6 on Sunday, 12 to 6 on Saturday, followed by the Olympic Championship game race. Championship race series. Give a shout out to Team Blue in that last race. That was painful. If you want to do a Madison, come on out. We do training for them on Tuesday nights along with Thursday nights. Talking to you, Jason Malawa. As Tim Vargo takes over the front of the track. Cream pulls up, now Watkins to the front. Jordan Watkins, 13 years old. He shoulder checks, moves up the track. Now Ben Snyder. Snyder winning all of his events tonight. Can he do it again in this points race? 46. We got a sprint at 41. Let's see, it looks like we have a Madison team that didn't show up. It's over there. And here goes Paul Garuso making a move over the route out of Wisconsin. 42, we got a sprint at 41. Sprint, Bell on the next lap, Bell on the next lap. Garuso making a move. Snyder going with him. Rivera on that wheel as well. Here comes the Bell. Is Snyder going to get up and over? He's got to make a move over Garuso. Garuso keeping the heat on. Paul Garuso coming around that turn. Can he hold off Ben Snyder? Snyder with a big push. It's going to go. Oh, Snyder, Garuso, Rivera. Ryak. Stay on it, riders. Keep pushing, Joshua. Cream and Watkins off the back. Keep going. Let's see if at our next Madison race, can we get Brett Beto and Jason Malawa out there? They're over there talking to each other about saddle sores. Bruce Rivera on the front of the pack. He pulls up. Snyder pulls up. Keep it on, Nathan. They're closing down. Up. Push it now. Push it down. Nathan, I don't know your last name. And it's 3 off the front. Garuso keeping that tempo high. Watkins staying on it. Let's go, Jordan, all the way. Push it, push it, push it. Get up there, Nathan. You got it. They're slowing down all the way. Push it. He's out of the saddle. Stay up high, Jordan. Hop back in when they come around. And Jordan Watkins re-enters the main pack. 33. We got a sprint coming up in 2 laps. Rivera, is he going to stay on the front? Oh, he listened to me and decided to. Bell on the next lap. Bell on the next lap. Now here comes the bell. All the way, Nathan, push it. They're going to slow down after the sprint. Rivera's out of the saddle, throwing it like he's racing in the Tour de France. Is this Greg LeMond in 1984? No, it's Bruce Rivera in 2020, trying to win the 30 lap. The sprint at 30. Well, look at Ben Snyder with another big push. It must have been all that Madison training we were doing on Thursday for Ben Snyder. I showed him how to sprint like that. I'll take all the credit as Ben Snyder goes to the front. Keep the heat on, Ben. Push it, push it, push it. I'm a coach from up here. Let's keep going. Paul, attack. Attack. They're dying. Now's the time to go. Paul, make that move. Paul Garuso with the endurance going off the front. 28 to go. Bruce Rivera chasing him down. Two sprints left in this race. Hold your line, Jordan. Black line, Jordan. Black line, Jordan. Pull off. Off the track, Jordan. Good job. All right, Ben, you got to go. Ben, you can't let him get away. You're letting the race go up the track, Ben. You got to go now. He's in the lead, but he could lose it. Bruce Rivera and Paul Garuso making a move. Let's go, Ben. You got to push it now. Makes a noise for Ben Snyder off the back. We're down to only 4 riders left on the track. Garuso and Rivera working together. Paul Garuso keeping the heat on. You can't let him lap you, Ben. You can't let him lap you. Hold your line, Nathan. Hop in when they come around. Hop on that wheel, Nathan. Let's go, Ben. You got to keep it up. Paul, don't go to the back. Get on Bruce's wheel. Here comes a sprint. Garuso trying to get those points. And points are going to go. Paul Garuso, Bruce Rivera, Nathan. Ben Snyder's got to go now. Snyder, don't let him catch you. You got to push it, Ben, all the way. Winning all those races must have made him tired. Just like Pokemon, you can't win them all. I think that's a saying. I didn't watch Pokemon, so I don't really know. 18 to go. All right. Now can Snyder jump back in with the field? Can he get enough points to make up for being lapped? Snyder's got to stay on that wheel. Let's go, Ben. Go out of the saddle. Come on, Ben. Push it. We know it's not 4 in the morning, but you can still ride your bike. Ben Snyder, one of the morning cranks. He likes to get up really early and ride around in the dark. I prefer to ride around the 166-meter Lexus Velodrome. Doesn't matter what time it is because we got lights. Don't matter if it's snowing because we have a dome. Hey, Bruce, how many points do you lose if you get lapped? 5? Can't hear you. Double points in the last lap, but what if you're a lapped rider? We'll decide afterwards. We'll decide whatever makes it easiest for us to figure out the points. As Paul Garuso goes off the front. Garuso making a move. Can he stay away for 12 more laps? Last sprints were double points, but we got a sprint at 11, right? Sprint coming up. Snyder, you got to get up and over Rivera. Here comes a bell. Snyder needs all those points to make up for the lap he's down. Snyder making a push over Rivera. Can he get a Garuso? And this race has blown up. I think we started with 12 riders and we're down to 4. Really 3. And points are going to go Garuso, Snyder, Rivera. $10 to go, 1 mile to go. Final race of the night. We're back next weekend, but this is the American Cycling League in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. We want to thank Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union and the DMC. Remember, even after the race, the Smokies is still open. Come on, grab a drink, talk it up with your favorite riders of the night. They'll be hanging around. There's Paul Garuso going off the front. If Snyder can overtake Garuso in this last one, he'll win the race even though he's down a lap. But Snyder's off the front by quite a bit. Or excuse me, Garuso's off the front by quite a bit. And we're down to the final few laps of the evening. Now everybody, let's make some noise for this guy that's been going off the front since the beginning. Paul Garuso working hard. He's got 4 to go. And here goes Bruce Rivera. Rivera trying to get a last-minute jump. I don't know if there's enough time to catch Garuso. He's got 3 left. Feeling it. Coming down to the final 2 laps. All right, when we hear that bell, everyone needs to put their hands together. Paul Garuso going to hear the bell when he comes through turn 4. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Make some noise. Last race of the night, 1 to go. Paul Garuso off the front. Can he stay away? All the way. Keep it going. Make some noise for him. Finishing off the night. And the winner of the semi-pro 50-lap points race, Paul Garuso. Second place, Bruce Rivera, and third goes to Ben Snyder. Official results after this. We want to say thank you to everyone who came out and watched it. Thanks everybody online. Make sure you go to the Lexus Facebook page and press that like button. Push the share page. You can watch all of our videos on Facebook at Lexus Velodrome, facebook.com/Lexus Velodrome, or YouTube, Lexus Velodrome, or AmericanCyclingLeague.com, or CycleStream.tv. Once again, we want to thank Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. Our official financial partners, Diversified Members Credit Union. Our official healthcare provider, the DMC, the Detroit Medical Center, as well as all of our volunteers, all of our officials. And let's get one more round of applause for all these racers. Put your hands together. We'll be back next weekend with our 2-day event. And remember, the Spoke Easy's still open. We'll see you guys next weekend from the American Cycling League in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome.
All right, Ben Snyder got second with 11 points. Paul won it with 15. Ben got second with 11 points. And third was number 146, Bruce Rivera. So let's hear it for all of our racers. Great job out there. Thank you all for coming. Come back next weekend. We're going to have 2 more great days of racing here at the Lexus Velodrome.
I was like, dude, we need to make all the bikes have like cards in the wheels so you can tell the speed. Ugh. All right, welcome back. Whew. To the Lexus Velodrome, American Cycling League Saturday Night Rumble, number 38. 38 races, you guys, huh? Pretty good. How many have you done out here? You don't know? How about you, Jimmy? You know how many races you done? Keep paddling, Gabriel.
No clue.
No clue?
Probably in the 30s.
Yeah, I mean, because you've been here since both you guys have, well, you've been here for the start for sure. Emma, you started what, you started the first winter, but you what, for a couple months after you started to riding before you did your first race, right?
Yeah, I started in like November.
October. So that was fun. That was a fun Madison. It was pretty painful. Jimmy and Chris won it. Did you take second or third?
I don't know.
You don't know? I don't know either. I think we took fourth. How many double pulls did Chris have to do, Jimmy?
I think like 2.
2. How about Martin?
3.
3. So what were those double pulls planned, or did it just kind of happen?
For me, it just kind of happened because I'm scared of losing my energy now. So I knew that after the sprint, it would for sure slow down. So I just let him do a double pull. And he's stronger than me, so I know he could like withstand it. I just wanted to keep it fresh because I knew we had to win that last sprint since it was double points to win. So I just tried to keep myself fresh.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is the Cat 1-2 state road and state crit champion, I believe. So, like, you know, this is one of the fastest guys in Michigan out here, which makes it helpful. And Martin is is not a bad partner either. Martin's probably got the most experience out on the track. How was it racing with Martin, Emma?
It was good. Like the exchanges and all, like were really powerful. So it's like get me up to speed. We missed one exchange. It was just like chaotic. So then just like tag and then I just went out.
Was that with you just tagged him in?
Oh no, he just tagged me in because
Okay.
it just got messed up.
What kind of gear are you running for that?
50-16.
50-16. So that's what like an 86-inch gear or something like that? Less, 85, 84?
82, I think. 80 to 84.
No, I don't think it's quite 82. But it's still light, yeah. That's a lot lighter because most everyone else is running a 50-15. What do you run, a 49 or a 50?
49, 15.
49, 15. So, Emma, is that your junior gear?
No.
No? Is your junior gear even lighter than that? Have you seen what your max cadence you've done on the rollers is?
265.
265? It's not bad. I think that's like Dylan Bibick right there. I think he was saying he was getting like 270 or something like that a couple weeks ago. So, Jimmy, we see your sweet Fuji up here. How do you like that bike?
It is phenomenal, awesome, nice.
Any other?
Great.
Are those adjectives?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Is that what, I'm not very good in English.
These are adjectives.
I can speak it. That's it. Any more adjectives about your Fuji Track Elite Pro? Jimmy's looking for sponsorship for anyone out here.
Sponsor me. You can DM me on my Instagram.
Cash App, Venmo. You got it. You know, these guys. So you guys are gonna go back out to nationals this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's Emma? What's your goal for nationals this year?
To actually win.
To actually win?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good goal. How about you, Jimmy? What are you thinking?
I have no clue.
No clue. Finish with. All you got to do is finish. That's all that really matters, and work hard at it. So Emma, what were you doing earlier today?
Oh, I had speed skating in the morning.
Speed skating in the morning, and then did you guys go cross country skiing today?
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow. So that's all. That is just great cross training. Maybe that's what I should start doing to go faster, and then maybe I could beat. How old are you?
About to be 12 in like 2
Oh, maybe I could beat this 12-year-old if I started speed skating and cross country skiing. But whatever. She's only a third of my age. I'm not going to worry about it. What you got? What's your favorite race out here, Emma?
Madison.
Madison now. When did that start?
When I started racing it.
It's fun, right? How about you, Jimmy? What do you like doing?
Elimination is the easiest race.
It's the easiest, yeah, because you got pulled out like fourth this time.
Oh, that was
that planned?
That was unfortunate. But besides that, the elimination.
I love the elimination too. I wish I got to race the elimination. But it's pretty fun just being like, you are eliminated.
You were kind of savage today.
I was kind of giving Tim a hard time. A couple of guys a hard time. Tim said he's going to win. Timbo Slice did not win. So I had to kind of talk some trash to him. You know, he worked at the bike shop with us. Jimmy worked at the bike shop. we'll see him back there this summer, huh? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to yell at him some more, teach him how to change some gears out, how to change some cables. So 38 races in, American Cycling League Saturday Night Rumbles. We're back next weekend with a 2-day race. That's Friday and Saturday. You guys going to race next weekend?
I think so.
You think so? Well, I'll be happy to race against you guys. I hope your legs are feeling it.
I don't even know if I'm doing the Madison or not. So.
We'll see. Hopefully we get a big women's field. Maybe get a women's Madison. That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, so we're going to be back next weekend. We had another great night of racing. Give it up to Team Blue, Chrissy Birdie, and Jimmy Capella. They beat me. Super salty about it, but whatever. It happens. I'll get him back. I'll get Jimmy back sometime. Hopefully. Chrissy Birdie is probably not going to happen. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'll beat him on the e-bike or something. Same with that, but you guys are just going to start beating me on a regular basis, and I'm never going to be able to beat you again, so I'll take it while I can. But yeah, another great night of racing here at the Lexus Velodrome. We want to thank Lexus. We want to thank Diversified Members Credit Union. We want to thank the DMC, you know, for putting on all this programming, but also helping send these juniors to LA last year. Going to send them back there this year to race at the Junior Nationals. So watch out. The rest of the world, Detroit's taking over on the track scene, maybe. But you guys all come on out and ride with us. We want everyone to come here and experience the racing in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. It's one of a kind. It's really fun, real safe racing, super bank track, hitting high speeds. I think our average in that Madison was 26 with the recovery times in there. And then I hit a top speed of like 38 or something like that. So we're going pretty fast. But we'll be back next weekend, Friday and Saturday night. That's at 7:30. You can find us at YouTube, Lexus Velodrome. You can find us at Facebook.com/Lexus Velodrome, AmericanCyclingLeague.com, or CycleStream.tv. We stream all of our footage. We also have a PBS show on. So yeah, we'll be back next weekend. Have a great night. We'll see you from downtown Detroit, the American Cycling League, at the Lexus Velodrome.